Welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Friday, February 14th. I'm Jimmy Prince with the details. Questions are being raised here whether SVG's Deputy Consul General to New York, Edson Augustus, is defying the recall order by government to return home. This in light of claims that he is still a diplomat enjoying the privileges conferred by diplomatic status. Opposition leader Adam Eustace issued a statement on the matter earlier today in relation to the claims he said he read from an online publication here. In the statement, the opposition leader called on the government to revoke the diplomatic status of Augustus immediately and so inform the United States authorities if they have not done so. He said that the government is dragging its feet on the matter and says the Vincentian public needs answers.
Given the fact that the government has already stated in a formal press release from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on February 10th that they had sufficient confirmation of reports that he was involved in activities outside the scope of his employment and inimical to the interests of the Consulate General and the government and people of St. Vincent and Grenadines, we are calling on the government to revoke the diplomatic status of Mr. Edson Augustus immediately and communicate this to the United States. This matter must be handled in such a way as to repair our foreign affairs image with the United States and send a clear message to the United Kingdom, European Union, and other countries with whom we have diplomatic relations.
On Monday, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in a statement said it received reports suggesting that the Deputy Consul General, while posted in New York, was involved in activities outside the scope of his employment and inimical to the interest of the Consulate General and the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that after receiving sufficient confirmation, it acted promptly to recall him. The opposition leader said the matter must be handled immediately in such a way as to repair St. Vincent and the Grenadines' foreign image with the United States and other countries. SVG-TV News could not contact Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves for a comment, as he is said to be out of state, and the calls to Minister of Foreign Affairs Camilo Gonsalves proved futile. The Milton Cater Memorial Hospital has received medical equipment from the government of the Russian Federation. The equipment will assist with the modernization of the pediatric services at the hospital. Chief Nursing Officer Peggy Da Silva said the Russians have gone above and beyond in extending their service to this country by not only providing the equipment but also training staff to use them.
What is extremely commendable about our friends from the Russian Federation is that they are not just donating the equipment, but they have seen it fit to bring engineers to assemble the equipment and went even further in training 10 of our very own maintenance staff to ensure that the equipment is maintained and kept operational after their departure. It was just yesterday also 10 of our nurses were trained by them in the use of the equipment. So for them, it was not just about donating the equipment, but also ensuring that its proper maintenance and correct use is assured for optimal benefit.
Minister of Health and the Environment, Clayton Bergen, listed the 13 pieces of equipment received. The list includes a neonatal phototherapy machine to assist in the treatment of jaundice.
Equipment consisting of 6 intensive care infant incubators, 4 neonatal phototherapy lamps with accompanying poles, 1 neonatal table, 1 infant ventilator, and 1 humidifier for the infant ventilator will be used by our team of medical doctors and nurses as they continue to deliver health care to the little ones of our blessed nation.
Meanwhile, also in attendance at the handing over ceremony was Minister of Foreign Affairs Camilo Gonsalves, who highlighted that $9.5 million would be spent this year to upgrade this country's health sector. Gonsalves said 2014 is a big year for the health sector and commended the staff at all medical institutions across the country for keeping maternity deaths at an all-time low.
Maternal death statistically is approaching 0. We have I know mother-to-child transmission of HIV is statistically 0. I also know that infant mortality is far better in St. Vincent and the Grenadines than it is in most developing countries, and is indeed beginning to approach the quality that one would call first world. We're getting there. And so the doctors and nurses in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been doing an excellent job in taking care of mothers and children through the process, the maternity process, and into childbirth and beyond.
And Ambassador of the Russian Federation, His Excellency Nikolai Smirnov, pledged his country's continued support to the people and the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
On our side, we would like to help in any way which we can. Of course, we have limited resources, but we try to do our best. And this is one more example that we are just all the way far away, as we've seen it on the map, but we're trying to do our best to promote good relationship, friendship between our two countries.
Meanwhile, Minister of Health and the Environment, Clayton Boggin, is urging the staff at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital to take care of the equipment. Boggin told the hospital staff to work along with health officials in ensuring that the equipment serves their purpose effectively.
This donation is now the property of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and must be used at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital and also at the other rural hospitals and health clinics for the benefits of the clients. The medical director, the hospital administrator, and the senior nursing officer at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital must therefore, with immediate effect, craft appropriate mechanism for the close and regular management of these truly meaningful gifts.
In other news now, former public servant Otto Sam says he believes the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Teachers Union is trying to make progress for the development of its members. Sam, who is a past president of the union, said that prior to the Oswald Robinson era, the leaders were not sure whether they were unionists or politicians.
This must defend the rights of the workers at all times, maintaining your party position, standing for your party, but your union. If you put yourself up for election as the union officer, then your job is to defend the workers first and foremost. And so the union is making some headway. We noticed that the teachers who were more or less fired through the back door with the collective agreement being dishonored, not being honored by the state, that the judge has said that there is a case. And so it is this leadership with the people like Ray Laborde and Robin Sue and his team, and they're making some headway.
Sam said that while the union has been making some progress on some fronts, there are a lot of issues that need to be addressed.
Scores of our teachers who have graduated for the last 8-7 years and have not been appointed, and persons who have graduated in the last year have been appointed as graduates ahead of them. And clearly there is a case there for the union to address some of these teachers' grievances, you know. So it is doing fairly well, but there is still work to be done.
Local Taxi Association donates money to Nemo. More stories on the local scene when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back. $10,000 was earlier today handed over to the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, by the Taxi Association. Members of the Taxi Association say the donation is to help in the reconstruction work that NEMO has been undertaking since the December 24th trough system, and they commended the organization for a job well done. Director of NEMO, Harry Prince, thanked the association for its contribution to the relief effort.
We offer our most hearty congratulations to the Taxi Drivers Association for this most useful, this most significant donation. $10,000 will go a long way in the rebuilding process that is necessary. As you know, the rebuilding process would require the government to begin to remove people from shelters, to build houses for many of the persons who are themselves very poor. They cannot rebuild for themselves. They can't afford the material, they can't afford the labor. So it's a double whammy where we'll have to provide both the materials as well as the labor costs for quite a number of the persons who have been affected. And contribution like this send a very powerful signal that you are thinking about the plight of our people, and that when you go about your daily work, you actually remember that there are other persons who suffer and who are not doing as well as others in the society.
Prince says NEMO is happy to be moving out from the response phase and into the reconstruction phase.
Persons in shelters, we still have persons who are more displaced, but beginning this week, I'm very happy to announce that the actual reconstruction process is beginning. We will begin, first of all, by providing vouchers for those persons who can afford to do the reconstruction themselves. And where the families who are not able to do that, then we have to provide labor contracts to those persons. Because in previous disasters, we've seen that we give people materials and they are not able to use it. So we still had to either go back in to help them to do the rebuilding process or find a business or two that would provide for the labor.
In related news, organizers of the recently held Rise Up concert are confident that they have exceeded their mark of raising $200,000 to assist with the refurbishment of the maternity ward at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital damaged by the December 24th floods. In an interview with SVG-TV News, Alex Barnwell says they are still calculating monies raised, but they are confident that the goal was achieved.
We have a specific total. What has happened over the past 2 weeks is that we've done a lot of tallying of the figures. As you can understand, it wasn't just ticket sales, it was also sponsors, it was also bar money. Okay, so we have to also wait on checks and payments from sponsors, and brewery and careers did their part, and I could confidently say that we have broken the $200,000 mark. The show went fantastic. It went according to plan. There were no big mess-ups at all. Everything went down good.
He noted that the response from the public was a good one.
You could have Carib and Haroon in the same venue. You could see the opposition and the current administration on stage in solidarity for one effort. You could see Fireman, Hooper, and Skinny embrace hand in hand on a vote. It was a night for Vincentions. It wasn't about anything else but our problems. It was just everything that the concert was designed to be. We don't have to wait for anyone to fix our problems. The Honorable Prime Minister and Eustace and Linton and Fireman and Skinny, we have one thing in common: we're all Vincentions. We all live here.
Meanwhile, Barnwell took the opportunity to thank all persons who were involved with the Rise Up concert.
I'd like to thank all the people that came out and spent their money, all the patrons that spent their $20 and actually made this dream and this idea a reality. And it's great to see that volunteerism is not dead. I have to big up and thank everybody behind the scenes that helped the events, the sound system people, the people who worked in the park, everybody who worked without 1 cent, 1 dime, with no payment, the graphics designers, the people who did the commercials for the campaigns at the various companies, IKTV, SVG-TV, and also Jamal James, everybody, for those abroad also that lent all their time and their ability for this.
He said his organization will consider hosting other events if the country is in need of more assistance.
Me, myself, personally, I'll do whatever it takes for flagging country, and as a humanitarian, doesn't really matter. If something else of that nature came up in the future and we had to put even more effort to raise astronomical figures like millions, I would be behind it 100%.
The Vincentian Association of Artists, Writers and the Producers will host the second relief concert this weekend. It will take place tomorrow at the Petit Model Playing Field from 4 p.m. The aim of the concert is to bring love and comfort to the victims of the Christmas Eve floods and to stand in solidarity with them in recovery. It will be held under the theme, Lean on Me, Perseverance, You Raise Me Up. Patrons are asked to bring a contribution in cash or in kind to aid in the relief effort. The Love and Comfort concert will be led by the police band featuring a slate of local artists. The association has already hosted a successful concert at the Sandy Bay Playing Field on Saturday, January 18th. In other news, a group from the Health Promotion Unit in the Ministry of Health donated food items to the homeless throughout capital city Kingstown this afternoon. The group, which is called the Healthy Education for Life Through Adolescence, has been involved in a number of community-based programs. Shanika John, facilitator of Healthy, told SVG-TV News that the group decided to show love to the needy in a different way on Valentine's Day.
The young people decided that they want to feed those people, the homeless people who are on the street on Valentine's Day. I was really touched in my heart when they came up with the idea, and so today we packed some 15 lunches and as well as drinks, and we're going to give it through Kingstown. We're going to go as far as KFC downtown, and we're going to try and show them some love on
organization is encouraging young people who wish to make a positive impact in the country to join the organization, which it says is the longest existing group in the Ministry of Health.
A number of private sectors can also make pledges in the group to help to see the group develop and to see young people really doing something positive. If you want to find more information about Health, you can just come to the Ministry of Health and information will be provided to you in terms of the number of programs that we have running.